Morning traders, and this is your DAX daily review. So I would have expected a little bit more action than what we got yesterday with the European elections underway. But anyway, we have ended up with an inside bar. So, let's refresh that data. So we've ended up with a pin bar, and that's off moving averages. So I'm like kind of really getting tired of this month now. You know, we have some big moves. We have one day down, one day up, one day down, one day up. You know, there's really no momentum that picks up in any direction at the moment. And this is just an indication to be patient. Okay, that is our consolidation pattern at the moment. So we are in a triangle. So you're looking for breakouts of this triangle. And I think I'm going to look for those levels on the 4-hour. So there is a potential cup and handle or head and shoulders here. There's a little shoulder, big head, shoulder, or alternatively cup and handle forming, which would be pretty much here. Okay, that would be the neckline, so I want to see that come all the way down. But as it stands now, lots of indecision. Okay, so if we just pop across to the 4-hour, you'll see we've got a moving average crossover. We are using the 200 SMA as support right now, and the oscillators are moving back to the upside. Okay, now at this stage, we also have potential diversions brewing. There's the high, there's the next high. Okay, and we're still heading to the upside here. So there's definitely some merit to say we're going to bounce off the top of this triangle and bounce back to the downside. So tidy it up a bit. In other words, rally up to there and then back down and then keep doing this in the triangle. That's kind of what it looks like right now. Nothing else really that stands out for me. Let's just get down to the 1-hour. And now you'll see that these lines will not measure up. Just give me 1 sec. I'm going to do that. Okay. So that's pretty much where we are at the moment. I don't know if we closed this gap. Well, we didn't close that gap. We did try, but you can see how the 200 SMA and 200 EMA are keeping up, holding up price at the moment. So yesterday we started off with a fairly good rally, then a big fat indecision bar, and now we are back inside the moving averages. Okay, with the USA on holiday yesterday, that that definitely explains the latter part of this. But during European Open, I'm not sure what to explain there. We do have a bit of a range forming, but yeah, nothing concrete. Targets to the upside wasn't hit. We've got 2 gaps to the downside. We've got 1 big gap to the upside. So I'm kind of in 2 minds here. I can see there are sellers coming in on the top here, and but there are also buyers stepping in at sort of off levels off the bottom. So I pretty much can't see a level at the moment. The only level that there is really is this one here, which hasn't been tested, but that would mean we'd be able to get a gap close. So that probably, if I had to give myself a percentage of which direction we're going to go, I would say that's like a 50.5% to the downside, chance to the downside, and a 49.5% chance to the upside. And I have a strong feeling that one of these 200 SMAs, or alternatively this level here, which is going to work out with the 200 EMA, that's going to hold up price. Okay, so unless something happens today in Europe, some bit of positive news, then I suspect we're going to continue sideways and sort of sideways to down and come down and sort of tag the bottom of the triangle. Okay, now on the shorter time frame of the, not the 1 minute, but the 30 minutes, you'll see there was a trend line over 3 days which has broken. Okay, and that's kind of why my bias is ever so slightly to the downside. And if you look at what's going on here, they're moving quite far apart, one moving up, one moving down. We've got diversions on price, but the moving average is all flat, so there's going to be a breakout here. The question is which direction. Okay, so I actually don't want to tell you take one of these fractal levels here, because that's, I mean, one candle, one 1 minute candle can stop you out. That's a 5-point range, because the US was on holiday. So I think my advice, wait for the first bar and then see what's going to transpire. I have a sneaky suspicion we are going to head to the downside. Okay, if we do get above this fractal, and this fractal is sitting at 12.084, then there's an outside chance for a stronger move to the upside. But I think the move to the upside is probably just going to be a retest of the 200 moving average for another attempt down. So I would expect sort of 3 attempts to get through this level, specifically on the hour. So yeah, so I think wait and see is my advice. This trend line break could play out. In other words, come back up, test, and then drop. Or it could just turn out to be a channel that's brewing. And I'll do it like this. But I suppose even that theory, we do have a bit of a break out of the channel. So yeah, I think wait for that first part of the open. And I think if you lose the 12 minute, what you're looking for is to see what happens on the 12 minutes. So if I go back to yesterday, you can see we bounced up, indecision, bounced up, big gaps, already giving you indication that you should be looking for a short entry, and then you had a bit of a short trade here. Okay, that's the only thing I can suggest right now. If we do get down to this gap, would be tempted to take a long off the gap, because whatever happens, that would come back to test any of the breaks. Okay, if we do get to the upside, I think put that gap in, I'd be tempted to take a short off that area. Okay, but either way, I think what you want to do is just wait for that first hour of trade to happen. You may actually come down and tag the gap in the first hour, then that's going to give you the opportunity to start looking at price action for a long. Okay. Alternatively, we may gap up and sort of rally up a little bit, then drop, and then start moving again. That's going to give you the opportunity to get long with a stop below the previous swing low. Okay, 50-50 call at the moment, guys. So if you're uncomfortable with it, sit on the side rather than trying to take it. But there's nothing clear that's going to point out. Now, there are a few patterns brewing, but there's nothing really concrete that I can say trade it. Okay, so I think just be safe. If you're uncertain, keep that money in the pocket. Wait for something to brew. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's my take on the DAX today. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.